Go into your Google Ads account right now and count how many campaigns you have. If the answer is 1, 2, or 3, and you're spending more than $5,000 a month, there's actually a good chance that those campaigns are stepping on each other. Most e-commerce accounts weren't designed. They were assembled over time. And now, all of a sudden, nobody knows what's exactly working, what's driving what's going on in the account. And I want to show you the 4 campaign structure I use for almost every e-commerce account I built from scratch. It takes about 5 minutes to explain. If your account doesn't look like this, that's probably why the numbers aren't there where you want them. Campaign number 1 is brand search. Brand search is just your own business name and close variations of that. Someone who already knows you and they're typing your name directly into Google. That sounds small, but it's not. Brand keywords convert 3 to 5 times better than other terms, and it kind of makes sense. And the cost per click is just a fraction of what you pay on cold audience. In almost every account I manage, brand search campaign has the best return on ad spend in the entire account. It needs its own campaign for one reason: isolation. If brand keywords are mixed inside with a shopping or performance max campaign or cold audience search campaign, you can't bid on them separately and you have way less control. And the algorithm starts attributing your brand traffic to the wrong input. They're messing with your whole campaign data. Your shopping campaign looks better than it is because you have the brand terms there that driving most of the conversions. For a brand search campaign, keep the budget small. You can start with $10 to $20 a day and that will be completely fine. And you can start scaling until you're hitting 90% impression share on your own name. Anything below that and competitors might be stealing your customers. Campaign number 2, shopping or performance max. This is your main prospecting campaign for cold audience. People searching for what you sell, whatever or not they heard of you. So, should you go with standard shopping or performance max? PMAX needs conversion data to work well. So if you have a new account that has less than 40 or 30 conversions, you can start with standard shopping. If you start with PMAX with not enough conversion data, it will burn your budget on audience that might not bring any sales because the algorithm doesn't have anything to optimize with, no data. But once you have the data, PMAX can actually outperform standard shopping and shopping inventory specifically. There's a little trick in PMAX where you can set it just for shopping inventory. It's called feed only. You don't upload any creative assets, no headlines, no descriptions, and PMAX without creative assets defaults to shopping only serving, which is exactly what we need. Now, one note here, there have been always different changes to the platform, and specifically PMAX has a lot of new updates and changes recently. This approach, feed only, was very popular, let's say last year, but it might not work for you now. What I recommend is to test it out, try it out, see if it works, and if not, you can always roll back to the standard approach. Now, one thing you have to do: add your brand keywords as negatives in PMAX immediately. If you don't, then PMAX will go straight after your warm audience, people who are already searching for you, and then will take the credit to himself over the brand search, and you don't want that. Campaign number 3 is high intent search. This is the campaign most e-commerce stores choose to skip. They think, oh, we have shopping or PMAX, that's fine. No. High intent search targets specific non-brand terms that people are searching, where your product is a direct answer. Not general, let's say, jewelry, and not your brand name. Something like tennis bracelet under $500. And it's specific enough that the person who's searching is clearly in buying stage. PMAX, as of this moment, doesn't let you target specific keywords. You can work with negatives, sure, but it's completely different. It decides where to show your ads based on a thing called signals. That means that there are high converting queries in your category that PMAX might underbid because it's optimizing across different channels, all the inventory at once. On the other hand, search campaigns with exact and phrase match on your best product specific terms can capture those queries with direct bid control. How do you find them? You can go to PMAX or your shopping, search terms report, and filter for terms that have converted way higher than the rest over, let's say, 3 months, 90 days. Those are your starting keywords. You can start small, there's no problem with that. You can use 20% of the budget you're spending on PMAX and then track cost per acquisition for the first 30 days before making any budget decisions. And the last campaign, that is, I think, the most important one, actually, retargeting. Keep this one short because it's optional in the way the other three are not. Retargeting targets people who already visited your website but did not buy. So you can retarget them with display ads, Gmail, YouTube, even search campaign. Specific retargeting search campaign can work. And it only works well when your prospecting is working well. So you need the cold audience to bring you this warm audience that you can retarget. Kind of makes sense, right? As a suggestion, I would recommend not launching retargeting until other three campaigns are profitable and bringing you enough volume. When they are, one retargeting campaign, for example, add to cart visitors from the last 30 days, will be good enough for a start. You can put a relatively small budget, like 10% of your total ad spend, because the audience is small, it doesn't need a lot. However, it will produce almost one of the best results in your campaign. Maybe not as brand search, but also very high. So we have 4 campaigns doing different 4 jobs. Brand is to capture existing demand for cheap. Shopping or PMAX to prospect cold audience at scale. Then we have high intent search to own your best converting terms. And retargeting to close people who already got very close to buying. The single most impactful structural change most accounts need is to get brand search its own campaign. That one move alone will give you a much cleaner picture in terms of data to understand what is working and what is not. If you want to figure out the budget split before you build anything, I have actually a free budget allocator that you can find a separate video for that. With just few questions, it gives you a recommended allocation with a reasoning behind it. And I also have an e-commerce scaling map in case you're ready to scale and get more sales. I'm attaching links to these tools in the description. If you want me to look at your specific account and tell you whatever the structure is set up in a way that scales, we have a free audit form in the description. I'll send you a breakdown of what I would change and explain why. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more useful Google Ads content. As always, I'll see you in the next one.